Okay, so today we continue with our class of Hilchot De'ot, the class number 17, and we start with this book that Shmiras Halashon.
Okay.
And we on page, one second, what page we are on? Okay, we're on page 76, and we have tradition that Moshe is reading, and for Ethan, so we read one paragraph in a time. We try to understand exactly what it says. So we're not into speed. We're into understanding exactly what needs to be done. Okay. So today is we're reading Sefer Chofetz Chaim. Big topic, the same Lashon Hara, laws of derogatory speech, and today's topic is your people. So who are your people? Okay, go ahead, please.
All right. So the Torah states, I'm not going to read the Hebrew, especially with. Do not go as a gossip monger among your people, from Vayikra 19:16, from the word be'amoch or ba'amach, among your people. Our sages derive that it is forbidden to speak lashon hara about a Jew only when he is one who acts in the way of your people. So meaning,
let's stop here and discuss. Go ahead.
Right. So basically saying like anybody who keeps Shabbat, especially if anybody keeps Shabbat, and does everything, you might see him do something that you think is not right, but go spreading news about it because he's everybody knows him as a righteous person.
Exactly. So he's among your people.
Right. Whoa, what's going on?
I don't know who did something. I don't know what happened.
Where are we?
I don't know. It has been together more. I don't know. I don't know how to close it. Did anybody do something?
No.
Sorry, I just moved my camera. Sorry.
Okay, I'm not sure how to.
Man, the Yetzirah want to mess with us. No, I just leave it. It's fine.
Okay. Leave it like that. Okay, no problem.
The Yetzirah for anybody who's gonna watch it.
This is the jungle. Okay, no problem. So Ethan, are you with us? So when it says amecha, so it says your brothers. So you should not do this or that to your brothers. It means clearly what? It means clearly they will be your brother in Torah and Mitzvot.
Right.
So if he's not, basically, it's not like some people like these modern people, so that they got very like aggravated or what I mean. He's not. He's the Jew is the Jew is the Jew is the Jew. It's not true. I mean, he excluded himself from the Judaism. I mean, I'm trying to bring him closer. He does not want. Okay, so he excluded himself. It's not like I mean, it's still partially my problem, but he did it himself. So he's not, in some sense, until he does Shiur, he's not my brother.
I have a question. Sorry. What happens if a female is Shomer Shabbat, but she dresses immodest, like very modest? What's the law there?
You see, it's like
very common in Brooklyn.
In Toronto.
I don't think it's like everywhere. So the way I see it, like you have a cup, you have a vessel, and you have a hole on the bottom.
Yeah.
She creates so many sins, right? When she walks around and men look at her, and after that they have all of these bad thoughts, improper thoughts, and she cannot say it's their free choice. They can look or they can hide their eyes. It's not true. I mean, especially as Moshe just said, you live in Brooklyn, so the sidewalks exactly like 8 feet wide. That's it. It's like you go sideways, and like me personally, I think it looks ridiculous the way I look, the way I walk. But me personally, I care about Hashem and what He thinks of me, not what people think. So sometimes I would look like I noticed like with the corner of my eye, somebody's like this is walking. So I look at the planes. I look at the third floor, across the street, or I check my phone. I turn completely, and I check my message. I don't have any messages, but I pretend. Okay. So, but it's not the easiest battle. So, but she I mean she does a little. I mean, Shabbos is not a little. She does things, but with all of the Averas, she loses so much, it's unbelievable. And it's impossible to fix. So for Shabbos, if you did not keep Shabbos, okay, so after some time you say, Hashem, Chatati, Avishti Pashati, I'm sorry, I was wrong, I did this. So you can get forgiveness for that. But how can she get forgiveness for all of the people she does not even know who to ask forgiveness from?
Right.
Understand? So it's and unfortunately, if people would if these women would know that they would not do that. It's simple. It's simply not worth it.
I see. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, Moshe, please continue.
So it is not shameful to focus on the shortcomings of a wicked person. The term wicked person refers to a malicious offender, I guess, right? However, one who sins out of ignorance or temptation is in the category of amecha, and it is forbidden to speak lashon hara about him unless it is for constructive purposes, as will be discussed later.
Okay.
So, no, I mean, so basically a person who might either ignorant, meaning like maybe he doesn't want to admit that there is, Hashem the way that there is Hashem. Like somebody who just doesn't have enough, like he just hasn't learned about it, he just maybe believe or something. Maybe you shouldn't speak about him. But somebody who does it purposely knows that Hashem exists, like an Asaph, like knows the truth. Just whatever, I don't care. I learned everything I learned in Gemara, it still doesn't take. Then it's okay to speak Lashon Hara at him. Is that right?
Yes. So and one more thing that I want just to explain, if somebody have this desires, right, temptations. So if he has a temptation, I don't know, to eat not kosher food, so he's still your brother.
Right.
I mean, he does wrong, but it's not like he goes against Hashem. He cannot control his desires.
Right.
So he's still in a category of your brother.
Well, actually, that one story that who said Rabbi Yirmiyah with Rabbi Akiva, like he was condemning all these sinners who were looking at like these women, and one day the Yetzirah like decided to like disguise herself as a woman and climb up a tree. Rabbi Akiva like, because you don't know the person's tests, like some people have like modesty things. So if it's out of desire, it's a battle, then you shouldn't be so harsh, That's it.
Yes, I mean it does not excuse him.
Of course.
No reason for us to talk bad about him.
Exactly.
Unless, as we said, it is for constructive purpose. So
Right.
what would be for constructive purpose? For example, we're trying to help somebody. Like one of you trying to help one of your friends, and
Right.
you ask me to talk to that person. For example, so you give me information. Is this information negative? 100% negative. But I must know this information in order to help that person.
Right.
So in this case, it would be for constructive purpose. So it should not be excessive. If one example is enough, you should not give me three examples.
So there has to be some information relayed in order to help the person. Otherwise, exactly.
Yes. So it's not to put him down, but we're talking negatively in order to help him. Exactly. Okay. All right. So we go to Hilchot De'ot. Baruch Hashem. And 1 second. Where are we?
296.
Yes, 296. So we're going to start Halachah number 8. So let me do a quick introduction for Ethan. So quickly. So this Hilchot De'ot is about it's chapter number 4, but first three chapters were about the character development. You can watch our lectures like all of the discussions. I mean, I can send you the link, or you can get it from WhatsApp.
Thank you.
So basically, Rambam said he told us what character traits is a good, what a bad, what to stay away from, what to try to achieve, to acquire them. And what is the middle path? So his main idea is to go in the middle path. Don't do extremes in one side or another. Never good. Never ever good.
Mm-hmm.
So and of course, middle path for different character traits is could be different.
Right.
Okay. So that was the first 3 chapters. So chapter number 4. So Rambam said it is impossible to serve Hashem if you're physically sick, right? If you're frail and stuff like that. So he said a person must take care of his body reasonably. So now we're talking about we started with food, what to eat. Like Beezrat Hashem, I can send you these links. So it says, for example, don't overeat. So Rambam he said eat only 3/4 of your satisfaction. So don't overeat. Then we said recline on the left side, like it's in olden days basically. Then we say
Actually, I tried to do this mitzvah this past Shabbat. I was like feeling a little off, and I ate like a little too much, and I had stomach pains, and I leaned on the left, and it kind of felt a little better.
Really?
Oh, nice.
It felt a little better than the right side for sure. I kid you not. My wife was here, and she was like, "It really feels better." I'm like, "Yeah, I kid you not." I just decided to say, "Let me see what Rambam's thing." I went with it.
Wow.
It felt better.
So okay. So and then Rambam was talking about sleeping, right? So he said a regular person should sleep 8 hours, closer to the end of the night. Okay. Later on in the next paragraph and in the next book, he would say that the nights were created for learning. So don't sleep at night. But here, for a health reason, so they say sleep 8 hours, and then we explained so different people need based on the body constitution. Somebody needs 8 hours. Some are fine with 6 hours. So don't overdo even with sleep. Don't overindulge. Then we say when you sleep, don't sleep face down or on your back. And somebody asked me, younger person, so he asked me if he's required to wake up. He's a camp in the camp now. So there are all of the boys in I don't know, 6 or 7 people in one room. So one boy was sleeping. So he texts me if he has to wake him up. I said, absolutely. I mean, 15 years old, 16 years, of course you have to wake him up. Otherwise, it can bring with wasting seat.
Right.
This posture. So that's what our Rabbi said. And as Rambam said, it might be not healthy. And then we said quickly about what foods to eat and what foods are laxative. So Rambam said don't eat too much of them and eat them in the beginning of the meal. Right? Then we say grapes, figs, mulberries, pears, melons, and so on. And then the last halachah we discussed was so it was about meat. So it says if you want to eat meat and chicken, so you start with a lighter food and finish with a heavier. So of course chicken is lighter than if you want to eat like lamb or something. So it's a little heavier but lighter than beef. And if you want to eat beef, so eat beef at the end. So basically, it's very interesting discussions here, and Rambam teaches us how to live your life. Like it's simple on the market, as we said before. The sages ask, is it halachah or just recommendation? So the bottom line, we spend maybe 1 hour on that discussion and that explanation. So the bottom line, so it says those are recommendations. So a person must be a true servant of Hashem, and you cannot. Rambam said you cannot, and you guys and I know, like if you have some pain, you cannot concentrate on your learning. You cannot think of being a good servant of Hashem because of this pain, because of the stomach issue, this issue, that issue. So you have a cold, you have fever. So it's not easy to be a servant of Hashem. So basically, our requirement to be servant of Hashem, and to one of the prerequisites is to be healthy. So I mean, of course, Hashem sends all the diseases, but many like Rambam said, most of the disease, I think we didn't get to it, but he's going to say later on. So most of the diseases come from overeating. Whether good food or bad food does not matter. Even if it's good food, if you eat too much, it's also not good. Okay. So we continue with Halachah number 8. Let's see. Okay. So let's start. So it says, in the summer, one should eat unseasoned food without many spices and use vinegar. Okay. So without unseasoned food, so like more plain food, and without many spices and use vinegar. Let's see, commentary number 14. Shabbat 113b, quotes Ruth 2:14. And you will dip your bread in vinegar to show that the vinegar is useful part of the diet in extreme heat. So very interesting. And so they take it, when we read this Ruth, okay, so it's they sat down to it. But Rambam and our great Chachamim, I mean, it's he read from Gemara Shabbat, right? So he said clearly that's what the proper thing to do. Otherwise, they would not put it in a Gemara, in a text of the Ruth. Okay, continue. In rainy season, one should eat the seasoned food. So when they say rainy season, it means the winter, right? That's I think in Israel it starts raining in November or so, and it's like the cold, heavy rains. Tickets very cheap, very cheap. In the rainy season, one should eat seasoned food, use many spices, and eat some mustard and hill teat. Okay. So let's see, what is hill teat? Pungent herb, referred to specifically as asa poetida, hilba in modern Hebrew. Okay, some spices, some spice. So basically to bring you the body temperature up, the way I understand. So and plus save on your heating bill. One should follow this principle in regard to the cold climates and cold climates. So I mean, of course, and Rambam say we all live in his time, so we lived in exile. So some people went north, some people live in England, northern countries, and some people live in Africa, in I don't know, even South America, where it's very hot.
These things that he's saying, like, because this is halachot, but is it like halachot or is it like a recommendation? Because it sounds like, or is this like recommendations to keep your body healthy in order to keep mitzvot? That's what it is, right? It's not like you have to eat these things, but you have to keep your body healthy, and this is the best way to keep healthy.
And that's based on the Torah. That's the best recommendations. But you're right. So as we're going to say later on, so Rambam would teach that all people are different. All of the constitution are different. Some are like hot-blooded, some are not as hot-blooded, right? As you know. So, but it's a general approach. So if somebody is hot-blooded in the winter, he's hot. He's always hot. Right. So try to limit your spicy food. Right. It's not good for you. Right. So So it.
Right. Some people react to sugar badly, but they still eat it. So that's got to be against halacha, right? Like pretty much.
Exactly. No. Okay. So we're going to say about, we didn't get to it, but about all of the bad foods. So some food are like openly bad, like but we're going to say, even if it's poison, and the person got accustomed to the poison, whatever poison is, like so it's not bad for him. It says after some time, your body got so used to this poison, it's not so bad for him.
Like alcohol.
Alcohol, yes, yeah. I mean, if it's, I cannot say about alcohol because we know that alcohol it's ruins the liver and stuff like that. It's not non-fat, but other foods maybe it's there is no such a side effect when he eats in limited amounts.
Yeah.
Okay, so one more time, last sentence. One should follow this principle in regard to cold climates and hot climates, choosing the food appropriate to each and every place. Okay, so I mean the sages are very clear. Continue. There are foods which are extremely harmful, and it is proper that one should never eat them. For example, large fish. And aged large fish that are aged and salted. So before we continue, let's explain this large fish. So they didn't have refrigerators. So the only way to preserve all of these foods, like as a fish or meat, they would extremely put extremely a lot of salt. It's crazy.
Right.
So it's always not good, and plus a lot of salt, so not good. So let's see commentary number 16. The foods were salted to preserve them, as was common before refrigerated. And the same is meat. They would put a lot of salt in the meat.
So do you think that this came from the fact that after the destruction of the Second Temple, the Arabs fed the Jews the salty fish, and they had no water, remember? And they died. Do you think that's it? Because I know salty fish, like I'm sure like if you have no water, it's really bad. But like, like I eat sardines or something, it's pretty salty. You think that's because like they're in the desert, right? Like he lives in Egypt.
Why,
probably like you said.
Why saying that they're in the desert? I don't understand. Why are you saying that?
No, I'm saying like salty fish, like in a winter area, like Russians do, like herring, salted herring, or salted like taranka.
No.
I don't think it's bad, but like
but it's small. It's small. This small fish, there is no problem. He's specifically talking about old fish, old big fish, like huge, I don't know, like 40 pounds, 50 pounds fish.
Oh,
huge.
Oh, those type of fish. Okay.
So yeah. This
okay.
the small one, it's they don't grow. He says explicitly. One more time, this how he said it. The aged, the large fish. Aged mean I don't know how long the fish lives, but I mean you know that it's old. Okay, so one more time, the foods that were salted to preserve them were common before refrigerating. Okay, so basically this one of the things that the Talmud says that fish, it's like fish is getting stronger with age. Like all other like creatures, they get weaker with age, right? People like even other animals, but fish is different story. It's very interesting. Okay. Cheese which is aged and salted. So it's like I don't know if you ever tried this cheese. I did. So it's very, very salty, and it is like a rock. So basically, you cannot bite it. Right? You can put it in your mouth, and it's going to dissolve. That's that's the only way to eat this cheese. So it's not good. All of the cheeses that not that you need like 6 months to produce it are not healthy. Very not healthy. They're the most tasty one, but
so they're not recommended to buy or to eat?
Say it again.
Sorry, they're not recommended to buy or to
eat? Yeah. He said it's very harmful. Maybe in that time it was. So he's talking about cheese which is aged and salted. So whatever cheese we buy, it is aged.
I know for the fact cheeses. These cheeses are very hard to digest. So I know this is unbelievable.
These cheeses, that takes them 6 months to produce. They say that we have to wait 6 hours between them. From if you add 8 say regular cheese, So there are the two opinions, like more lenient opinion. Many people abide by it. So you just rinse your mouth, eat something hard, cookies, whatever you eat, piece of bread, whatever you eat, and you can eat meat. There is no problem. Some people, they go more stringent opinion. They wait half an hour. Some people wait 1 hour. Okay, well, it's up to you. Whatever it's not halacha. It's people accept stringencies. But after this cheese, for sure, must wait 6 hours because it's as you said, it's not easy to digest.
Yeah.
Okay, next one, truffle and mushrooms. So what is the problem? Commentary 17. It appears that Rambam advises against mushrooms.
I love
Huh? Okay. Rambam advises against mushrooms, not because against mushrooms, not because they might be poisonous. For that discussion would be appropriate for Hilchot De'ot. Okay, but because they're not healthy. So he's saying, I'm not sure why, but mushrooms are not good, not healthy. I mean, of course, later on he's going to say that if you don't overdo it, like a little mushrooms and they're fresh and they're like not too much, not too often, he would say there is no problem.
Oh.
But at this point, yeah.
So like a little bit on pizza, it's okay?
Yes. Meat with meat, which is aged and salted. Okay, so same with meat. You know this hard meat. I don't know. You probably don't know. They're like I don't know if they even sell it, but people do it at home. They I don't know. That's crazy people.
Oh, it's like jerk.
What?
Oh, like jerky. I think
Like
it's
jerk.
Jerky. I mean, the meat.
I feel like I'm delayed.
Yeah, jerky. Yes, exactly. Jerky and other meats, but in jerky they don't have too much salt.
Mm-hmm.
But this salty meats that you can keep without the refrigerator, open, and they're not going to spoil. So much salt, then they're not going to spoil. That's okay. Wine from the press. So wine from the press, it's like very fresh wine. Yeah, go ahead. And somebody was talking. Okay, sorry.
Are we delayed? I feel like I'm lagging.
Say it again. You feel like echo?
I think you're lagging a little bit, yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm lagging.
So maybe if you guys mute yourself and then only unmute when you need to speak. How about
Okay.
that?
Maybe, yeah. All right, I'll move it.
Okay, so when you need to speak, unmute, and I'm going to stop. Okay. Okay, so wine from the press, it means like very fresh wine. It's not good for the stomach. I tried it a few times. Like we squeezed the grapes. It was I mean, it's not healthy for sure. Not healthy. Okay. Cooked food which has been left over until it produces an odor. So I mean, I mean here in America we spoiled, in all over Western country we spoiled. But when people were not so rich, so if it's only a little smell, so many times people would eat it, basically. Any food with a bad smell is very bitter taste, or very bitter taste. So if it's very bad smell, right, or bitter taste, so meaning it's like the process started spoilage. The commentary say the food has obviously begun to spoil and may cause harmful effects. So many times I am just saying it for myself. So you can smell it and see there is something is going on. Okay, continue. These are like poison to the body. So Rambam is very clear. There are other foods which are harmful, but their harmful effect do not compare to those first mentioned. Okay, so now it's second category. Therefore, a person ought to eat them only sparingly and after interval of many days. he should not eat them regularly as his main fare, or constantly on as a side dish with his food. Basically, it's another category. So let's see what is not so bad. Not so bad. Okay. And they are large fish. So now we're talking fish, large fish, but it's not salted. So in general, it's not good. It's not good to eat it. So I wonder, after I read it, how about tuna? Tuna is also like huge fish. I'm not sure. Maybe it's also in this category. I'm not sure. Next one, cheese and milk, which has been left over for more than 24 hours after the milking. So here we're talking about milk and cheese without refrigerator, of course. But today they pasteurize its milk, so there is no problem. I'm not sure what other preservatives they add to the milk, but there is no problem. 24 hours, okay. And same with cheese. I mean, it can stay if it's refrigerated. There is no problem. The meat of all large oxen and he-goat. I'm not sure why, but that's what it said. Horse beans, lentils, chickpeas, barley bread. So basically, all of this like beans, legumes. I mean, they're not good. I mean, they bring the satisfaction. You feel like you're satiated, but they're not good for the stomach. Okay, barley bread. Not sure if I ever tried barley bread. Okay, matzot. So matzah, I mean, we eat on Pesach, and basically, like, that's enough. It's very not healthy, especially for. I mean, if people in some countries that's what they eat, like this dry matzahs. So if that's only they have, this that's what they do. But for us, it's not healthy. Then cabbage, leeks, onion, garlic, mustards, and radishes. So all of these things we don't eat every day, and eat only little. So it's because they're not good for you. All of these are harmful foods. It is fitting that one should eat them sparingly and only in the rainy season. So because they are like, I don't know why. Abstained entirely in the summer. So I'm not sure why only in the rainy season. Okay. Of these horse beans and lentils alone should not be eaten either in summer or winter. Go ahead.
I wonder if, because back then they didn't have, like pesticides. So I wonder if maybe they had like different bugs or something that grew there, like, I mean, it might be like different type of environment.
Bugs are always forbidden. It's No,
I know. I'm saying, but I guess, yeah, bugs are always forbidden, but I guess maybe I don't know then why, because I always thought garlic and cabbage was all good. Like I always considered them like very, very healthy, like so I don't know. It's just weird.
Okay, as Rambam said, those are harmful. I mean, they're not forbidden, but only in limited quantities. So even if you eat some, so like
right, and
too much garlic, it's not like burning you, like burn like your intestines. It's also not good.
Yeah. Okay. I get it.
Okay, so continue. Number 10. There are foods which are harmful, but less so than this. Okay, so now like a third category. The waterfowl, young pigeons, dates, bread roasted in oil, or kneaded in oil. So all of this oil stuff, it's of course it's not good. Flour which has been sifted so well that no bran is left. So that's actually our white flour. It's not so good. Fish brine and pickled fish oil. So, they ought not to be eaten in quantities. So let's try to understand. So first, all of these geese and ducks, I guess, right? Young pigeons. I mean, in olden days, of course, I mean, if you try to slaughter a pigeon and after you pluck all of the feathers off, I don't think there is much to eat there. And they say especially young pigeons. Dates. Not sure what is the problem with dates. Dates is one of the 7 species that land of Israel was blessed with. I mean, he said don't overeat them. Bread roasted with oil. Not sure. I mean, I'm not sure what is the problem. I mean, he does not explain. He just or kneaded with oil. So kneaded with oil, it's too much oil is also not good. So oil is healthy only in limited quantities. But baked oil, for sure, not good. And flour sifted has been sifted so well that no bran left. Okay. And the commentators say white flour, exactly. So usually, like some time ago, when you want to say that somebody is rich, so you would say that this guy they eat only the white flour bread. So it's like type counselor, like he's driving Bentley and eats only 5 white flour bread. But after some times, it was when they discovered it's not so healthy, so they say buy it with bran and stuff like that. Okay. Fish brine. I mean, to drink. I mean, fish, there's no problem with these herrings and stuff like that, but fish brine. And pickled fish oil. Okay. So continue. A man who is wise, let's see, commentary number 20. Here Rambam refers to the definition of the wise man, chapter 1, Halachah 4 and 5, as one who is ruled by intellect and not by desires. I mean, it's very useful commentary. So wise is the man, so he knows, okay, I like to eat this and that, but it's not good for me. So when he can hold himself back, that's he's called a wise man. So one more time, man who is wise overcomes his desires, is not drawn by his appetites, and eats nothing of the aforementioned unless he needs them for the medicinal reasons, is indeed heroic. Interesting. So let's see commentary about this heroic part. Perhaps this is allusion to Avos 4:1, who is heroic, who can overcome his desire. So it's a very famous Pirkei Avot. So it says who is strong, who can fight himself and hold himself back. So as we were discussing with Moshe, it's to fight with person with himself is like stay away from food is it's not such an easy fight. Not such an easy fight. Okay, so continue. Halachah number 11. One should always avoid fruits. That's right. That's a bomb. So let's see commentary. Literally fruit of the tree. Okay, why? He should not eat them in quantity, even when dried. And it goes without saying when they are fresh. When they are not sufficiently ripe, they are like sword to the body. Carrots too are always harmful. So let's read the commentary and we explain about the fruits. 23. There may be an intentional play of words. They are unripe fruit, like a sword, right, in Hebrew, which is similar to the Hebrew carrots. Okay, compares to it. Okay, so basically, even if you go in Halachah, so it says so if fruits or vegetable not sufficiently ripe, so you say shehakol on them, because that's not how people eat them, right? But if they are like green and I remember growing up and we were always outside playing in the summer, and there was somebody else's fruits, and we were unfortunately we would steal the fruits and stuff like that, and we would eat it not ripe. Like it was like half green, it was so sour, and we get the stomach aches and these aches and that aches. But on the fruits like this, you don't say the blessing at all, because it's like as Rambam said, it's like a sword. It's not good. So on a poison, we don't say the blessing. So basically, fruits, don't overdo the fruits. 1 fruit, 2 fruits, 1 a day, like should be enough. Continue. All pickled fruits are harmful and should be eaten only sparingly in a summer weather or not in a hot climates. Not in a hot climates. Okay. Figs, grapes, and almonds are always beneficial. So figs, grapes, and almonds always beneficial. Both fresh and dried. Okay. So I mean, it's not so easy to get these fresh almonds, and I maybe saw them only a few times in my life, like they sell, and they like $20 a pound or so. One we eat of them as much as he requires. So almonds, there is no problem. However, he should not eat them constantly, even though they are most beneficial of the fruits. So just so add about grapes. So grapes, it's a lot of sugar, so it's also not good. It's so like unbelievable. They're so sweet. I'm not sure. Maybe they do it intentionally, but it's not. It's very not healthy. I cannot eat grapes. Maybe only a few, and that's it. Okay. So continue. So if you have any comments, so you can stop me, please, guys. So feel free. Okay. Honey and wine are harmful to the young and wholesome for the old. So actually, we just bought a new like a container of honey, and it says on the side, don't feed to young children. I'm not sure. It didn't say how young, but that's what it says on container. Very interesting. So it says clearly not good for them, but wine and honey is good for old. Okay, commentary. Some authorities associate this statement with the remark of Rabbi Yehuda, Pesachim 108b, who exempts children from drinking wine at the Seder. Interesting. It must be noted that in Hilchot De'ot, the Rambam does not mention that children are required to drink the 4 cups of wine at Seder. Very interesting. So today they drink the grape juice. I'm not sure why they not mention grape juice. I mean, in halachically, it's almost the same. You drink grape juice or wine, but they say only wine is not good for children. Not sure why we don't mention grape juice. Not sure. Okay. Okay, continue with Rambam. Certainly, this applies to in rainy seasons. So, meaning this honey and wine. In summer, one should eat 2/3 of what he eats in the winter. So very interesting. So in summer, we should eat less, because yes, you don't eat like usually in the summer when it's hot, you don't have such a strong appetite. In winter, usually you do. You need more calories probably to when we're outside to keep the body temperature high, I guess. Okay. So Halachah number 13. A person should always try to have a loose movements throughout his life. That's very important. Tending slightly toward the area. Okay, so that's just before we continue with this halachah. That's one of the concept that Rambam was discussing. So first was about he was discussing this food, healthy, not healthy, and Another area is elimination. That you, as we said before, have to go to the bathroom, like number one, number two, as soon as you want, and don't hold back, because that's a different prohibition, right? Not to hold back when you want to go to the bathroom. But here he said that he has to we understand that you can regulate this your movements, your bowel movements with the food that you eat. So if you see that this food creates like issues, so stop with that food. Okay. The cardinal principle in medicine, commentary number 25. The Rambam appears to refer to secular medical knowledge. Okay. So one more time. This is a cardinal principle in medicine. Whenever one suffers from constipation or has difficulty moving his bowels, serious diseases will beset him. That's for sure. But I mean that's very clear, because as we said before, he has all of these poisons. So this elimination is one of the greatest gift that Hashem gave us, so we can like cleanse our body from all of these poisons, right? But if the longer the poisons stay in the body, the more like it's poisons the body itself, right? So as he said, serious diseases will beset him, fortunately. Okay, so continue. With Rambam, how can he induce loose movements in his mild, if he has a mild constipation? Okay, so it's not big deal, mild constipation. If he's a young man, each morning he should eat well-cooked halimi. Okay, so what is halimi? Halimi is a particular species of grain mentioned in Yov 30, verse 4. Okay, so it does not help us so far. The Talmud too makes a reference to them in Kiddushin 66a. Rashi says that the Aramaic term for them is kikul, a sort of grass. So it's some kind of I don't know what is it. I never saw in my life this grass. Okay. So they say if he's young, so eat this halimi, which have been seasoned in olive oil, pickled fish oil, or and salt, without bread daily. Salt without bread daily. Okay, so that's what, if he's younger person, he has this issue, that's what he should do. Or drink the boiled water of cooked spinach or cabbage, seasoned with olive oil, pickled fish oil, and salt. So do make yourself this kind of drink. 27. Commentary. Rashi Brachas 57b translates this word into French as I don't know French. This means beets. See Rambam's Regiment of Health. So and it's well known, if you eat beets, it actually loses your bowels. That's very healthy. And drink. I mean, for example, if you buy this can like small like baby beets, right? So they have this the liquid that it was pickled in, so you can drink this. Okay, if he's an old man, he should drink honey diluted with hot water in the morning. Wait approximately 4 hours and then eat his meal. Sorry, I mean Rambam he's very very precise. So basically the way I understand, so he should wake up very early, right? Drink this honey with hot water, then wait 4 hours. So it's not going to be a breakfast if he waits 4 hours. I'm not sure, but that's what it says. He should do this for 1 day, or 3 or 4 if necessary, until he has loose bowels. Commentary, number 28. Many manuscripts early printed in Mishneh Torah do not have 1 day, but after a day, after 3 or 4 days. So basically, it's very interesting. So if he does this, basically Rambam said that he's saying that he can help the situation, like it's like permanent solution, not only like temporary. It's interesting. So Halachah number 14. They commentary, the medical authorities mentioned in previous Halachah, maybe these non-Jewish medical authorities, have given another principle with regard to the physical well-being. As long as one exercises, exert himself greatly, does not eat to the point of satiation, and has loose bowels, he will not suffer sickness and will grow in strength. This applies even if he eats harmful foods. And that's, I think, it's a very good recommendation, right? As we see. So basically, it's nothing like out of ordinary, right? You don't have to buy like any special herbs and stuff like that. So if you exercise or you have this work where you like moving around and stuff like that, or you walking, whatever you do, so it's good. Exert him, but he says exert himself greatly. So maybe just walking is not going to be enough. So meaning that he has to exert himself more than just walking. I'm reading this sentence one more time. Does not eat to the point of satiation. So meaning don't overeat. So you do some exercise, you don't overeat, and has loose bowels. So meaning that he take care not to eat like heavy food. Like if you eat too much beans, you're not going to have loose bowels. That's guaranteed. He will not suffer sickness, and will grow in strength. So it's that's the great balance where we all should strive to. This applies even if he eats harmful foods. So here we go, harmful foods are not going to do any harm to him. Okay. So okay. Any comments? You need to now you're too quiet, guys. Now it's not enough participation. Okay.
Yeah, hey, it's all good. It's all good. No, so far no. It's just with the delay, it's just it feels like it's an extra interruption. Like it interrupts,
Delay of what? Of the sound?
Yeah, the lagging, like.
Oh, I mean, I hear you perfectly.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
No. You hear me, but it feels like it's 30 seconds after.
Oh.
I feel. I mean, you just say 30 seconds after, and I heard the time. I'm not sure. So you.
No, you responded, but it was about 30 seconds, like maybe 15 seconds after it was quiet, after I already said something.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Don't know.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I didn't notice anything.
On my end, I don't know why it's like this. It's weird. Like even my video is blurry. Like it's blurry.
The video is blurry. I mean, I have perfect video. I'm not sure.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. So let's. I apologize.
No, I don't have any comments or questions. Thank you.
Apologize. Good.
Say it again, Ethan. What did you say?
No, I said I didn't have any questions or comments.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. No problem. So continue. So it was 29. Eat harmful foods. So a little more in this stuff. So Halachah number 15. So I mean, Rambam said you need to spend millions and hundreds and thousands of dollars just to be healthy and feel good. Yeah, just do this and you should be fine. Number 15. Conversely, whoever is idle and does not exercise, right, or does not move his bowels when he has the need, all right, or is constipated, even if he eats the proper foods and takes care to follow the rules of medicine.
Hello?
Hello?
You guys there?
I'm here. I can't see Leib. I can see you.
Yeah, I can't see
Okay.
the Oh, there we go.
I'm trying to join back. Are you there, guys?
Yeah, I'm here. Moish, you there?